Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Welcome to another tutorial. Today we're going to be looking at TypeScript and getting an Express server set up using TypeScript. So in this tutorial I'm going to be using VS Code as my code editor and the terminal within VS Code, but you can use any code editor and any terminal you like. If you'd like to follow along with this video and complete all the steps that I do, I'll put a link to VS Code in the description of this video so you can follow along as I work through. So the first thing we need to do is open up a terminal. So we come to the top bar and select Terminal and New Terminal. We then need to use the command touch index.ts. What that's going to do is create a file called index.ts. Hit enter and we'll see that index.ts appears in the left pane. So the next thing we need to do is install Express. And we do that using the command npm I express. Yours might take a couple of seconds more to download than that, but we have now installed Express and can start using it in our project. So we're going to head over to the left-hand pane and select index.ts. And this is where we're going to be writing the code for our Express server. So we're going to start with the word import. We're going to say express from, and we're going to open and close some quote marks and just simply type express. So that's going to import the code from Express that we just installed into our project. So once we've done that, we can get started using Express. So we're going to say const server equals express and open and close a set of parentheses. We're then going to say const port equals, let's say 3000, and we can now get started. So we're going to say server.listen, and we're going to tell the server to listen on port 3 on port, and then we need an anonymous function which is going to say console.log server listening on port. And in fact, what we're going to do is we're going to put this in some backticks. Server listening on port. And then we're going to use a pair of braces with a $sign in front of it, which is going to allow us to put the port and output that to our console when the server starts. And then we can add an endpoint to our server. So we're going to say server.get. We're going to give the path as the root, and then we're going to say res for request and response. An anonymous function opening there, and then in here we're going to just say res.send, and we're going to send this back to the user. Hello. And there we go. Close each line of code, save that. We can now come back to our terminal and we can say tsx index.ts to run our TypeScript file, and now the server is listening on port 3000. So now we can say command \, and in this terminal we're going to use curl, and we're going to say localhost colon 3000, and what that's going to do is it's going to send a request to localhost 3000, and we should get back the response from the server saying hello. So what we can do is we can come in here and we can say hello, your name. If we save this file, come back to our original terminal, Control C to kill the server, and then we're going to say tsx index.ts again. The server is going to restart. Then we come back to our other terminal and we can curl localhost again, and we'll then see that the server is sending back hello, your name, as we changed it in the code. So in this tutorial you've learned to install Express via npm. You've learned how to create a server using Express, expose a port, and set up an endpoint. It really is as simple as that. If you found this video useful, please give it a like, drop a comment, subscribe, and please share this with someone who might also find the video useful. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.